Hello everyone, welcome to our Yoga to End Your Day. My name is Cindy Fifield and I'm here to lead you guys through a nice about 50-minute flow for us today. So I'm very excited to be here with the intention of it being Earth Day today. I decided to pick a more grounding practice. So we will flow just very briefly through maybe a few vinyasas, moving with breath to movement, but really feeling solid and holding a few poses as we move throughout. I do live in an apartment complex, so I do apologize for barking or anything in the background. But I'm very excited to be here, very happy to be with you guys. Thank you for joining, and let's go ahead and head on to our mat space. If you would like to put yourself on video, I can't really see you guys where you're at, but if you want to put yourself on video, feel free to. Just please keep yourself on mute. And with that, go ahead and get onto our mats. And if you don't have a mat, that is totally fine as well. You can just have, if you are on carpet, that's totally fine. If a towel or a blanket feels a bit more comfortable to you, that's fine as well. And sorry, guys. And again, with the intention of it being Earth Day, I have all of my plants next to me to feel a little bit more connected to nature in this day. So I invite you to do that as well. Maybe open up a window if that feels good, get some light in, feel the breeze coming in. If you have any plants, surround yourself with that. Just start to make this environment, this practice more geared towards nature and so that you feel more grounded in your practice. If you've connected to the playlist that I have today, please go ahead and hit play right on the first song. It's going to be called Forest Trails. It's going to be very, very, very light on my end, so you will not hear the music from me. Otherwise, playing music or no music at all, just beautiful natures around you if you like. We'll start in a nice, comfortable seated position. You can sit in your half lotus pose if you're familiar with that, your pose of ease, Sukhasana, or simply cross-legged. Even legs splayed out in front of you is completely fine as well if that's comfortable. Place your hands gently in your lap or just hands down on your knees, palms down, palms up, whichever one feels best for you. If you've got a lot of energy going on to end your day today, maybe palms down. If you're looking to draw and receive a bit more energy for your practice, maybe palms up this afternoon. And then when you're ready, just start to close your eyes. And just take a moment here to tune into your practice, to the present moment. Begin to become mindful of your breath. We'll start here with a nice deep inhale in as you fill the belly up. Feel the navel press forward. Feel the ribs expand out to the sides of your mat. Feel the heart space lift all the way into the throat. Pause once you get to the top and hold for 1 second. Open mouth, exhale, let all the air go. Sigh of relief, make some noise if you need to as you let go that full exhale. And maybe slightly feel the navel just start to hug back to the spine. One more time, a nice deep cleansing breath. A full inhale in, breathe. Feel the bellies press forward. Feel the ribs expand out to the sides. One more time, feel the chest lift a bit taller. Hold. Open mouth, exhale, let all the air go. As you slowly start to feel the heart space, the ribs, and the belly all draw in towards the spine. And take a moment here to start to settle into your practice, into your mat space. Noticing yourself as you feel grounded into your mat. So maybe you need to lift your sit bones up a couple times. Start to feel yourself get a little bit more grounded towards the earth. And tuning in to start with a body scan, all the way from the crown of your head down to your tippy toes. Just check in, see how every muscle, bone, joints feeling in your bodies this evening at the end of your day. Noticing if anything feels a little off, just connecting here. Noticing all the spaces that feel good too. Noticing if you're strong, limber, maybe a bit more flexible. Maybe noticing if there's any acute or chronic injuries, just being mindful of them here, not judging them, simply being mindful so we can tailor our practice accordingly. And once you've connected to this physical body scan, taking a moment to turn inward, how are you feeling as you arise on your mat space tonight? What thoughts are going on, feelings are around you. And knowing that whatever you're feeling, especially during these times, of our coronavirus, there's so many thoughts and feelings that come about and take place. So again, remember, no right or wrong, no good or bad. They are completely valid. And let's start to connect to our prana, our breath, our energy. On your next inhale, I want you to roll the shoulders all the way up to the ears, nice and tight. And as you exhale, slowly draw the shoulder blades, feel them peel together, and feel the shoulders fall down towards the tailbone, towards the earth. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, lift the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And exhale, slowly peel the shoulder blades together and down again towards your mat. 1 more time. Inhale all the way up to the ears, nice and tight, tight, tight. Exhale as you slowly release and let go. Feel the shoulder blades, collarbones lift broad and wide. Chin falls parallel to the floor, and a nice soft gaze in your face. Unfurl your eyebrows, release any tension in the corners of the eyes and the lips. Begin to take another inhale through the nostrils. Feel the belly lift and the ribs expand. The heart rise up towards the chest. Pause at the top. Keep the lips sealed as you exhale all the air out, your Ujjayi breath, your vigorous breath. It's that slight constriction in the back of the throat on each inhale and exhale. You can feel and hear the texture of your breath. I invite you to bring in your Ujjayi practice, but also just finding a nice natural rhythm of breath is completely fine as we move today as well. Good, take 1 more inhale here. Really root down from your sit bones. Feel the spine grow a little taller. Feel the chest lift higher. Maybe the back of the neck reach a little taller and the crown of the head reach high to the sky. Take 1 pause there. Ujjayi or open mouth exhale, let it go. And slowly start to bring your hands down by your sides, palms facing forward. And inhale as you reach the arms up overhead. Tilt the head back just to gaze up to the fingertips. Connect the palms, exhale, lower your hands down to your heart center, your Anjali Mudra. 2 more times just like that, creating the movement with the breath. Inhale, reach and gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, connect and lower down, heart center. Last one, inhale, take up as much space as you can. Feel the shoulders and chest start to open a bit more. And exhale, connect, lower down, hands to heart center. Chin into your chest here for just a moment, a little gentle bow. And setting an intention for our practice this afternoon, this evening. Again, this beautiful day is celebrating our earth, celebrating our one planet that we all share together. Being mindful, being grateful for all that she's given us. And so I honor this intention as we move today of I am grounded, I am strong, I am grateful. Either sealing that intention in or whatever intention you feel you need to move to flow through this evening. Take an inhale, allow that intention to overfill you, overcome you. And with gratitude of breath, open mouth, exhale, let it go. Allow it to be our guides on our mats this evening. Slowly start to open up the eyes, allow the light to come in, bring the chin back parallel to the floor, and inhale as you reach the arms up overhead, get nice and long and tall. On your exhale, take a twist over to your right side, your right hand back behind you, your left hand to your outer right knee. And as you exhale, gaze over your right shoulder to gaze over towards the back of the right shoulder. Good, 2 more times here, just soften the shoulders down, keep the chin parallel to the floor. As you inhale, feel the belly lift and rise. As you exhale, stay again and soften into the shoulder, maybe seeing if you can twist a little bit deeper. Hold there for just 1 more breath. Inhale, lift the spine with the crown of the head a little taller. And exhale, maybe slowly see if you can roll the shoulder back, deepening your twist. Good, inhale, come back to center, reach both arms up overhead, get nice and long and tall. Exhale as you find your twist over to the left side, left hand back behind you, right hand to your outer left thigh or knee. As you exhale, gaze over your left shoulder towards the back of the room. Good, staying here for 2 breaths in again. As you inhale, just soften the shoulders down, release some tension in the elbows. And exhale, slowly gaze back further over the left shoulder, maybe opening into the chest a bit more. Good, 1 more breath here. Inhale, nice and tall in the spine. And exhale, soften. See if maybe you can roll and open a bit deeper. Good, inhale as you come up to center, reach the arms up overhead, long and tall in the fingertips. And exhale as you find a forward fold with the hands down onto the ground. And once the hands reach, slowly swaying into your shoulders and into your hips, side to side. Just rolling out maybe the head a little bit, getting a little bit more, less tension in the neck. And then slowly find yourself to center and inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart through, halfway lift, keep the hands down on the ground. And exhale, full forward fold. Allow the forehead to release down. Allow the chest to soften down towards the earth. Take one more inhale here. Roll the shoulder blades back, lift the chest through, gaze forward, and exhale to soften and let go. Now stay here for one full breath as you hang out in this forward fold here. And when I say soften through our practice today, I just want you to notice, where do you hide your tension? Where is your tension being held at? So when I say soften or exhale, release, maybe that's in the shoulders, the hips, the legs, the glutes. Maybe it's just the chest opening a bit more. So when I say soften, just notice where that happens. Take one more inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, soften, let go. Good, and on your next inhale, gaze back up to your fingertips. Slowly walk your hands in towards your feet. And we'll slowly transition onto all fours for our tabletop position. Go ahead and bring the shoulders right over the wrists, knees stacked right under the hips. All right, and from here, if you are on some a little bit harder surface, if you want to grab a towel or a blanket, you're more than welcome to place your knees right on top of that. Otherwise, inhale to lower down to your cow pose. As you lower the belly down, tilt the pelvis back, roll the shoulder blades back, lift the heart through for your cow. Exhale, draw your chin into your chest, round into your upper back, extend your tailbone away for your cat pose. Make sure the neck is completely rested and hanging heavy. Inhale, glide the shoulder blades back together, lower the belly down, tilt the pelvis back, roll the shoulders back, head's the last thing to come up for cow. Exhale as you curl and round into your cat pose. The more you can press down into the earth, really pressing the shoulder blades away, nice juicier stretch you're going to feel in the shoulders and in the trap area. And a few breaths here. I just want you to start to move as you flow. Allow your breath to be your guide. If you feel you need to kind of sway your hips from side to side, maybe you want to take your hips to your heels a couple times, swaying back and forth. Go ahead and flow here. You've got 3 breaths. Move with how you need to move. And I'll say here, I'll offer many modifications through our practice today. So now if something doesn't feel comfortable for you in the way I'm demonstrating it, please flow the way that you would like to flow, the way your body feels it needs to. Maybe it's also moving a bit more advanced than what I'm teaching, and that's totally fine. Let's go ahead and take one more inhale here. And one more exhale into your cat pose, rounded spine. Good, inhale as you come back into your neutral tabletop position. And slowly extend your right leg back behind you. We'll go ahead and flex the toes to the ground and lower the right toes down. Just slowly find a little rock forward and back. See if you can hug the navel up and into the spine to avoid the curve. Just keeping it nice and neutral all the way from the crown of the head to the neck. Just getting a nice little calf stretch here, releasing out the back of the right leg. Good, and still keeping the right leg extended, come back to center, shoulders right over your wrist, and lift the right foot up towards the sky. Hang out here for just a moment. Inhale, I want you to press further down into the earth. On the exhale, draw your knee into your chest, point your right toes, see if you can round into the upper back, and bring forehead to knees, knees to forehead, maybe to touch. Inhale, extend as you kick the right leg out, gaze comes forward. Exhale, curl and round, hug in. Maybe draw a little clench into the spine a little bit more. Good, one more. Inhale, reach, kick, extend back. Exhale, curl and round. Good, inhale as you extend the right leg back out, and then bend the right knee so you can lower back down to the ground. Let's go ahead and extend out the left leg back behind us, flex the left toes to the earth, point the left toes down, and find a nice little rock forward and back. Getting a nice little release in the calf muscle here, maybe into the back of the hamstring, just a little bit along the back side of the leg. Good, and slowly start to make your way back into center. Keep the left foot out and extended. Inhale to reach the left leg high. Hold here for one more inhale. Maybe push your palms down even more to kind of press the shoulder blades out a bit further. And then exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Point your left toes, maybe forehead to knee to forehead to touch. Inhale, extend as you lift the left leg back, lengthen the neck forward. Good, exhale, curl and round, hug in. Good, we're here for one more. Inhale, reach, extend. And exhale, curl and round. Then slowly extend the left leg back out and then lower the left knee down to the ground. From here, shift the hips back into your child's pose, Balasana. Take your child's pose at any time during the practice that you'd like. Whenever you need to come back to your breath, maybe you just need a moment or two in your child's pose, please stay there whenever you need to. For now, just take a nice deep inhale in, fill the bellies up, feel the ribs expand, maybe connecting onto the thighs. And a nice open mouth exhale, release, let all the air go as you soften. Good, on your next inhale, gaze up to your hands. Slowly shift the hips back up into your neutral tabletop. Curl the toes under, lift the knees off the ground and hold here for just a moment in your bear panther pose. Shins are just a little inch or two off the ground. Hips are leveled with the shoulders, with the neck. Take one more inhale here. I want you to grip more with your fingertips to your palm knuckles, to your wrists. Feel the toes actively press forward for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, go ahead and shift your hips up high to the sky. Maybe walk your feet back a little bit more, maybe walking your hands a little bit further, coming into our downward dog of the evening. Go ahead, you've got 3 deep breaths here. If you want to find a little walk in your dog, lifting one heel up and down, maybe taking the heels over to the side of the mat. Just start to open up into the back of the legs how you know how. If you want to come into a high plank and shift back into your down dog, I just invite you to really ground in with your practice. What is your body asking you that it really needs, that it's craving right now? 2 more deep breaths. Good, 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Stay in your downward dog, but start to find some stillness. And we'll take a deep inhale. I want you to bend your knees into your chest. Bring your knees to your chest to your knees, but keep your hips high, maybe even your belly against the thighs. Take an inhale here again, hold, feel the belly lift and rise. On the exhale, press into the palms, shoot the hips up higher to the sky, straighten out the legs, feel the energy grow down the back of the legs, feeling the heels maybe get closer and closer to the floor. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't, and that's totally fine. On your next inhale, gaze up to the hands, keep the hips high, keep the heels high, with your toes one by one, see how slow you can find yourself all the way up to the top of the mat. Once you get to the top, stay in your fold here. A little soft bend in the knees if it feels too much. And inhale to halfway lift. You're just going to peel your shoulder blades together. Feel the chest lift, crown of the head lengthen to the top of your mat. Your gaze is still straight down to the floor. And then exhale, deeper bend into your knees as you completely fold. Relax the head. Shake it out here, yes and no for a moment. If you'd like, we're going to hang out here for just a second in our fold. Reach for opposite elbows if you'd like, or maybe just reaching for the back of the head. And just find maybe a nice little sway from side to side if that feels good. Maybe if you want to lift one heel up and down a couple times. Just feel the shoulders, the head, the neck. Really feel light and heavy towards the ground at the same time. Maybe shaking your head out yes and no a couple times. Good. Slowly ease your way back into center. Release the elbows. Keep the head down. Curl the chin into your chest. Really deep bend into your knees to slowly find yourself standing nice and slow like a rag doll, one by one, as you unpeel yourself all the way up to standing. Once you get to the top, roll the shoulder blades down and back, hands by your sides. I want you to gaze forward. And I want you to close your eyes. For a moment here, we're going to stay grounded into our mountain pose, our Tadasana pose. Feet are hip width apart, so stacked right underneath your hips. Go ahead and close the eyes. And really start to feel your roots grow deeper into your mat. Feel them embedding in between the mats, in between the earth, whatever you're standing on here. I really want you to feel yourself grounded and rooted down. Palms are facing forward. Feel the heart and shoulder blades lift proudly, yet soften and relax. Chin parallel to the floor. Again, soft gaze in your face. Unfurl your eyebrows. Release any tension in the corners of the eyes and the lips. Just take a moment here to notice your physical and anatomical alignment. How are you feeling in your hips, in your chest? Noticing if something feels a bit off, maybe finding a little correction there. Maybe just noticing your body feels really good in this moment. Good. Take a deep inhale. Feel your bellies lift forward, the ribs expand out. Feel the heart lift higher into the throat space. Maybe the spine grows a little taller to the sky. And a nice open mouth or ujjayi breath. Exhale, let all the air go. At the end of your exhale, see if you can draw the navel towards the back of the spine. Engage your core a little bit more. Good. On your next inhale, you can keep your eyes closed or keep them open. Inhale to reach the arms up overhead, nice and long and tall, to the fingertips, face back to the top of your mat if you're not there already. And exhale, hinging at the hips and fold. Take yourself all the way down, however is comfortable for you. Inhale to halfway lift, roll the shoulder blades back, lift the heart through. Exhale, deep bend into your knees as you fold and plant the hands down. Step the feet back into your high plank pose and hold here for just a moment. In your high plank pose, always if you want to modify, you can lower your knees down to the ground. Still stay in that high plank position though, as you're nice and extended. Hips are stacked back, but shoulders are still stacked over the wrists. Take one more inhale here. Feel the shoulder blades press out and away. And on your exhale, bend into your elbows and slowly lower yourselves all the way down to the mats. Once you're there, uncurl the toes. Keep the hands where they're at, but I want you to lift them. Just hover them an inch or two off the ground. Keep the feet firm and rooted down behind you. As you inhale, roll the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart through just for your little baby cobra here. And exhale, lower yourself back down. 2 more times just like that for our back bends. Inhale, peel the shoulder blades together, lift the heart through, feel the tops of the thighs and feet press down. And exhale, release, let go. Good, 1 more time. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back, lift the heart through, cover the hands for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, take yourself all the way down. Good, plant the palms down firmly. Curl the toes under. Inhale into your high plank, modified plank. Exhale, shoot the hips back, downward facing dog. Good, 2 deep breaths here. We'll find a bit of a vinyasa here as we flow through our next sun A. But again, we're not going to try and flow too much today. We want us to feel grounded and rooted down. So we'll find ourselves into a more hatha-based practice as we flow, but yet hold poses as well. Take 1 more inhale here. 1 more open mouth exhale, let it go. And inhale, gaze up to the hands. Either step, tiptoe, hop the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Take your time. Inhale to halfway lift. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, deep bend into the knees and fold. Root to rise. Come up a little bit quicker this time. Maybe hands by your sides. As you come all the way up, inhale to reach the arms up overhead. Gaze up to the fingertips. Exhale, connect the hands and lower down to heart center, your Anjali Mudra. Flowing here through our sun salutation. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, nice, long, and tall. Exhale to hinge at the hips and fold. Good. Inhale to halfway lift and rise. Exhale, full fold. Plant the palms. Step or hop your feet back into your high plank. And we can lower through into our baby cobra or any other back bends of choice that you'd like. Lower yourself all the way down, maybe to your high cobra or to baby cobra. Exhale, take yourself down, curl your toes. Inhale to high plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here. Noticing the body start to get a little bit warmer here. Starting to feel a bit more activated. Take 1 more inhale in. Ujjayi or open mouth exhale, let it go. Good, now inhale, reach the right leg high to the sky, continuing on from our sun A here. As you reach the right leg back, go ahead and bend your right knee, stack your right hip on top of your left, find a scorpion tail. So circle out, extend this right leg, feel whatever you need to do to kind of open up along this right side here. Good, and then meet back into your 3-legged down dog. Feel the right hip drop back, square the hips up to the front of the mat. Take 1 more inhale, press further down to the arms, reach the right leg higher. And then exhale, I want you to bring your right foot all the way up to your right hand. Lower the left knee down to the ground. Find your balance and inhale, rise. Reach the arms up overhead. And then on the exhale, just start to soften and melt into the hips. Good. Notice if your right knee is stacked over your toes. Try and keep your right knee stacked either right over the ankle or just behind the toes, just to stay safe. And we're going to stay with the left knee down. Of course, if you want to feel more of a challenge, you're more than welcome to lift the left knee up. But keeping the arms up overhead, maybe your gaze up either out in front of you or up towards the hands. We're going to stay here for 3 deep breaths. So you find what you'd like best in this pose. Just want you to notice if you're leaning too far forward, draw the heart right over the hips. Stay stacked and long. 2 more breaths. Inhale, reach up long and tall from the side bodies. As you root down, feel yourself grow strong and lift taller. As you exhale, soften. Remember that soften. Where do you soften into? Is it the hips? Is it the chest? The shoulders? Take 1 more inhale here to notice, to make the modifications. 1 more exhale to soften. Let go. Beautiful. As you exhale, take the hands down to the ground. I want you to curl the left toes under, and then we're going to lift the left knee off the ground, and we're going to straighten out this front right leg. Now the left foot, I just want you to step it in about 1 inch or 2. Left heel can stay down, or you can keep the left heel lifted, your choice. And then we're going to inhale to halfway lift, maybe keep the hands down on the ground, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, deep bend into the elbows and fold over this right leg here as straight as you can. If there's a bend in the right knee, that's totally fine. Maybe the hamstrings are feeling a little tight. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, glide the shoulders back, lift the heart through. Exhale, bend into the elbows and fold. Release the tension in your neck, let go. Stay here for 1 more breath. Inhaling in. Exhaling to soften, maybe pressing more weight into the right foot, shooting your hips up even higher, get a little bit more of a stretch in the back of the leg. Good. Inhale, slowly bend back into your right knee. Plant the palm down. You're going to swing your right leg back into your just into your downward facing dog. And inhale, switching out the legs. Swing the left leg high to the sky. Bend your left knee, stack your left hip on top of the right, and go ahead and circle and kick it out here. Find a nice opening along the left side. Maybe you need to kick open the left leg a couple times. Start to feel an opening along the left side of the body. And then go ahead and square the hips back up to center. Extend the left leg up high to the sky. And exhale, you swing the left foot up to the left hand. Lower the right knee down to the ground. Once you're ready, find your balance. Reach the arms up overhead. Adjust, make any modifications that you need to here to make it feel a little bit more comfortable. Arms up overhead. Maybe if you're looking more for a little bit of a stretch this evening, maybe reaching for opposite elbows, opposite forearms, feeling more of a little bit chest open, heart opener. You can do that as well. Maybe the hands just at heart center to feel that stable, more grounding. We're here for 3 deep breaths. Inhale, get nice and long and tall from the side bodies. Hands at whatever position is comfortable for you. And exhale, soften, let go, wherever that is, wherever that needs to be. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen, melt, let go. For this last one, inhale 1 more time to reach a little bit taller, lengthen out a bit more. Exhale, make the modifications, whatever that means to you, and let go into the pose here. Exhale. At the end of the exhale, take your hands down to the ground. Plant the palms down, curl the right toes under, lift the right knee off the ground. And then you're slowly going to bring the right foot up just 1 inch or 2. And slowly straighten out this left leg as comfortable as that feels. Hands come just down right underneath the shoulders. And inhale to halfway lift, kind of lengthen out the spine. You're going to lift the chest through. On the exhale, soft bend to the elbows and fold over this left leg for your pyramid pose on the other side. Notice if this left hip is hiking forward, maybe pull the left hip back a bit more. Draw this right hip to face a little bit further to the top of the mat. 2 more times here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, further fold. Remember the shoulders, the head collapse over the left leg. 1 more time. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, soften, let go. Good. Inhale as you slowly bend back into the left knee. Bring the left knee back over the ankle. Plant the palms down, and when you're ready, swing this left leg back just into your 3-legged down dog. 3 deep breaths here. Now your choice to come into your child's pose if you would like to hang out there, or you can stay in your downward facing dog. I'm going to adjust the light. It's a little blinding. Take one more breath wherever you're at. One more exhale, let it go. You're in your child's pose. Slowly start to make your way into your downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, gaze up to your hands. Slowly just start to walk your feet, hop or step your feet up all the way up to the top of the mat. Once you're there, bring your feet just hip width apart and inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Release the head, shoulders, relax, let go. And then root to rise, hands by your sides, a little bit quicker, taking yourselves all the way up to the top of your mat. So reach the arms up high to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands into your heart center here. All right, adding on here, let's inhale, reach the arms up overhead, long and tall. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Inhale to halfway lift, rise. Exhale, fold again, plant the palms, step your feet back, and just come into our downward facing dog. Now inhale to reach the left leg high to the sky, and on your exhale, swing the left foot in between the hands. Plant the right heel down so the back edge of the foot is completely parallel to the mat, and we'll cartwheel our hands up for our warrior 2 this evening. If you need to adjust a little bit here, you can kind of move in and out of this front knee, kind of straightening it out, bending back into it. We are opening very laterally into the bodies, not something we're quite used to, so just being a little bit more familiar, a little bit more hyper aware here as you stay mindful and present with your practice. Left knee is just stacked right over again. The ankle maybe a little bit past, totally fine. Try not to go past the toes. If that happens, just wiggle your foot a bit further out. Reach the arms out to the sides of the body. Gaze over your front left shoulder or your left fingertips. As you gaze out in front of you, we're going to hold this here for 3 deep breaths. Again, I want you to feel your roots embed into the earth, into the mat. Feel them interweave in between the little textures of the mat here. Feel yourself grounded and rooted. Your inner thigh is just slightly activated to give you a bit more of that grounded strength underneath you. As you root down, feel your side bodies grow taller. Feel the crown of the head reach higher towards the sky. Good, we're here for one more inhale. On the exhale, soften, let go, release, wherever that tension's at. Good, on your next inhale, put the left palm up high to the sky, reach the right arm back and raise the left arm up for your revolved warrior. Still see if you can stay bent in that front left knee. We're here for 2 deep breaths. As you inhale, open up this front body. Maybe open the left shoulder a bit more as you take the right shoulder further back. Exhale, maybe just soften, bend further more into your left knee. One more inhale, breathe. And one more exhale, fold. Good, one more inhale, just to reach back a little bit further. And then on this next exhale, coming into your extended side angle, bring your forearm on top of the left quad, roll the right tricep into your ear and extend your fingertips to the top towards your mat, towards the top wherever you're facing on. And I want you to roll your right shoulder further open. Now you can stay here for your extended side angle, or you can bring your hand down onto the ground. If you have any blocks or anything as well for your practice, you can use those as well. Otherwise, we can just stay here. I want you to gaze up and under the right arm back behind you. Here for 2 more breaths. As we kind of progress into this maybe a bit more, I just want you to start to get lighter in your left elbow. See if you're not really resting here, but using more of your core, this front quad. If it's burning, you're doing it right. Hold it here for 1 more inhale. Start to get lighter in the left elbow. 1 more exhale, stay and roll the right shoulder further open, gaze back behind you. Good, now inhale, take the right arm back, reach the left arm high, stay bent in the left knee. Good, exhale into your warrior 2, straighten out your left leg. A little relaxation in the quad there. Maybe bring the right foot in an inch or 2 for your extended triangle pose. Go ahead and pop the right hip back, reach forward till you can't anymore. Now dive down with the arms coming into your triangle pose, Trikonasana pose. making sure that the shoulders are stacked right on top of each other. Hand can come just below the knee, the shin, the ankle, or down onto the ground. Your gaze is either straight forward or gazing up towards the right fingertips. Stay here for one inhale, hold. Maybe one more exhale and roll the right shoulder open. Good. Now, I want you to bring your right hand to your hip, focusing on our balance here, but also staying strong as we come into our half moon pose. Now, you're going to stay open in this side, just the way the side body's opening, right? You're going to bend into your left knee. You're going to gaze down about a foot out in front of you. You're going to launch off this back right foot. And you're going to come into the balance here. Now, your gaze can stay straight down to where the hand is on the ground. Or start to trust yourself a little bit. As you root down a bit more, roll this right hip further open. So you can flex your right toes towards your face and gaze out towards, straight out in front of you, towards the right side of the body. Your hand can stay here at your hip, or you can reach the right arm up overhead. This is your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon pose. Good. Here for 2 more breaths. You've got it. Find your balance. Your drishti, your focus, a focal point out in front of you that's not moving. You're here for 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Good. Slowly bring the right hand down, close the right hip down towards the ground. In your standing half splits, just raise the right leg up a bit higher. Good. Maybe bring both hands down to the ground. Maybe your left hand behind your left calf. Stay here for 1 inhale, release the head down. 1 exhale, let it go. Good. Slowly bring both hands down, bend into your left knee, and slowly bring the right foot down to meet the left. Deep forward fold here, chin into your chest. Maybe if you want to bring both hands to the elbows again, you can hang out here for a moment in a forward fold. Straighten out the legs a couple times if you need to. Good. Slowly release the elbows, curl the chin into your chest, nice and slow again, taking yourself all the way back up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead, just get nice and long in the fingertips. Exhale as you connect the palms, bring it down, heart center. All right, switching on over to the other side. Inhale to reach the arms up high to the sky. Exhale to hinge at the hips and fold. Take yourself all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to hinge at the hips and fold. Plant the palms, just take yourselves up into your downward facing dog. And just pausing here for just a moment before we continue our little flow, noticing how the body feels, how one side maybe feel a little off than the other, knowing that we're going to balance out the 2 here in just a moment. And taking it back into our intention of feeling grounded here. Hopefully you're feeling stable and strong, right? We're building a little bit of quad strength here, so hopefully the lower half of the body feels a little bit stronger. A little bit more grounded. All right, when you're ready, inhale to reach the right leg now high to the sky, 3-legged down dog. Exhale to sweep the right foot in between your hands. Lower the back heel down so the back foot's now parallel to the floor. When you're ready, cartwheel the left arm up and then the right for your warrior 2. A few times here, bending in and out, straightening out the right leg. Coming back to your breath here as well. Good. When you're ready, we'll slowly start to make our way into our full warrior 2. Now, I just want you to notice if maybe your chest is leaning a bit forward, see if you can bring this left hip down and in as you take your heart right over the hips. Think of hips under the heart stacked over the hips. When you're ready, reach the arms out, take your gaze over your right shoulder, right over your right fingertips. Good. We're here for 3 deep breaths. Noticing how you're grounding in through the earth. Notice even how your toes are gripping into the mat. You want all 4 corners of the feet rooted down evenly, inner arches lifted. As you root down to grow stronger and rise taller, feel the side bodies lift a little taller, shoulders still relax and soften down away from the ears. Maybe even feel the crown of the head reach higher to the sky. Take 1 more inhale, breathe. 1 more exhale, I want you to soften, maybe bend a little bit deeper into the front knee. Good. Inhale, reach the right palm high to the sky. Take the left arm back, reach the right arm high. 2 deep breaths here in our revolved warrior. Maybe you feel your left shoulder kind of drop down and open up a bit. Good. Exhale, soften. Good, one more inhale, last one, reach further back. On this exhale, pull up into your warrior two and transition into your extended side angle. Right forearm on top of the right quad, roll the left shoulder into the ear, extend the left fingertips forward towards the top of the mat. Good, and if find any variation that you found on the other side, the same thing on this side. Remember, if you're kind of leaning into your elbow, try and maybe kind of give it a couple hops up and down the thigh to feel yourself giving yourself more core strength and more right quad strength. Here for 2 more breaths. Inhale, breathe, lift and lengthen. On the exhale, you're gonna see if you can soften into this left shoulder, maybe opening it up a bit more so you can gaze further back behind you. Take 1 more inhale, breathe, lift and open. Exhale, soften, maybe 1 more time, roll a little bit opener, more open. When you're ready, inhale, root the heels down, swing the left arm back, reach the right arm tall, stay in a revolved warrior. Good, exhale into your warrior two, straighten out that front right leg. Give yourself a little hand massage on that right quad if you need it. Good, bring the left foot in just an inch or two, and slowly pop your left hip back. Start to reach and extend forward till you can't anymore. Dive on down for your triangle pose, Trikonasana. Hand can come down onto the below the knee, the shin, the ankle, the ground. See if you can stack the shoulders right on top of each other. And as you inhale, I want you to really extend the crown of the head towards the top of the mat. As you exhale, roll the left shoulder further open so you can get a little bit deeper into the chest, into the heart. Take 1 more inhale, lift. 1 more exhale, soften. Good. On your next inhale, bring the left hand to your left hip. Gaze about a foot or so out in front of you. Your shoulder's gonna wanna come right over your wrist, your hand right underneath the shoulder, so give yourself some space. When you're ready, you're gonna bend into your right knee. You've gotta trust yourself. Kick off this left foot. Start to bring your hand down to the ground. It's okay if your foot comes down for a little counterbalance, it's totally fine. Now, flex your left toes so that they face down to the earth. When you're ready, start to open up this left hip to stay stacked over the right. Your gaze can stay down towards the hand, or slowly start to lift it up a bit more. See if you can gaze just straight forward. Once you feel comfortable with your left hip off the hip, left hand on the hip, go ahead and raise the left hand, maybe high to the sky. Flex your toes towards your face. Good, you're here for 2 deep breaths. Focus your drishti. Remember, find a point not moving out in front of you. 1 more inhale, breathe. Reach the hand taller. Good, exhale. Take the left hand down. Close this left hip so it squares back up to the top of the mat. Walk the hands in, maybe a little bit closer for your standing half splits. Good, as you come into your splits, release the head, let it go. If the right leg is feeling a little too much pressure, go ahead and bend the right knee a lot. Maybe just tap your left foot back behind you. Stay here for 1 more inhale. Maybe deepen it a bit more. Exhale, maybe kick the left leg up higher. And slowly take the left foot up towards the right foot. Stay for 1 more time. Deep forward bend, deep bend into your knees, so much so that your thighs, even in your belly, touch. Once more, if you want to sway from side to side and your elbows, you can. You bring your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart as well. Good, and when you're ready, release the elbows, slowly uncurl, unwind, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart up. As we come to our final standing pose, tree pose. So if you want to come so that you're facing towards the camera, you're more than welcome to. And we're going to start with our right foot really grounding into the earth. So just start here, bring your hands onto your hips. I want you to just lift the left heel off the ground. So just lift the left heel off the ground for a moment. Now, I want you to find a point away from you that's not the screen, or on the screen, but a point that's not moving. I want you to focus on that point. When you're ready, start to lift the left knee in towards your chest and hold here. Notice how this feels. You're starting to get your balance a little bit unwobbly. I want you to bring your foot back down. You're probably going to start with your tree pose with your left heel inside, kind of the right calf, but with your toes still on the ground. This outer left thigh is open. This is the start of your first base of your tree pose, okay? You can stay here. If you want to go a little bit further, challenge the balance a bit more, Lift the entire foot off the ground. Let it rest inside the calf. If you want to go further, you can bring the left foot so that it comes a little bit more on top of the knee, more so towards the inner thigh. Okay? Now when you're ready and you've got your lower foundation steady, you can bring your hands at heart center. Okay? Focus on that point out in front of you now. Feel your right foot ground even deeper into the mat. Keep your hands at heart center, or you can start to reach your arms up overhead if you want to challenge the balance even more. When you do, if you raise the arms up, just roll the shoulders back, chin parallel to the floor, and soften here. Stay here for 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, breathe and lift. Reach taller, grow taller. Exhale to soften. 1 more inhale, grow taller. Feel the heart lift through. And 1 more exhale, soften. Good, slowly bring the hands back down. Same way you came into it, nice and slow, and release back down. Good, shake out this right leg if you need to. All right, and slowly coming into the left side here. Our last standing pose before we make our way down onto the ground. Bring your right foot in towards the left calf. Find your balance, find your foundation first. Notice with toes in the ground, then with the right foot in the calf. If you notice you want to go even further, bring the right foot inside the inner thigh. And feel the right knee press out and away for this nice extension in the right leg. Find your balance with your hands. Get back to that focal point or a new one. So maybe that's gonna help you focus a little bit more. Keep your hands here, or if you want to play again with the balance, reach the arms up further overhead. Maybe even more so with the balance, you want to take your gaze up towards the sky and stay here for 2 deep breaths. Take 1 more in, take 2 inhales in. Ujjayi, exhale, let it go. Connect once more. Inhale, root down, grow tall, reach high. Soften and exhale, let go. Good, slowly bring your hands back into center. Release the right leg and slowly bring it down. Shake out the left leg. Awesome job, you guys. Just real quick, coming back down onto the ground here. Making your way down, nice and slow. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll the shoulders and back down on the earth. Hug your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a nice couple circles from side to side. Maybe giving the low back a nice little massage. Rotate to the opposite direction. Good, and slowly bring your knees back into center. I want you to give yourself a nice big hug. Bring the forehead to the knees, knees to the forehead. I want you to give yourself a nice loving squeeze here. I want you to hold for 3, for 2, for 1, and exhale. Completely release and let it go for your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Hands down by your sides. Just a quick Shavasana here, just taking a moment to allow our bodies to unwind from our practice. Close the eyes. Start to feel the body become heavier and heavier as it melts into the earth. Feel this sense of connectedness, of grounding with the earth below you. Feel how it supports you and hugs you. All together, we'll take 1 deep cleansing inhale in, fill the belly all the way up, press it high to the sky. Feel the ribs expand out and the heart space lift once more into your chest. 5. As loud as you can, open mouth, exhale, let all the air go. And then just slowly come back into a soft, even breath. And slowly just start to mindfully bring awareness back into the toes, into the ankles. Wiggle into the fingers. Slowly shake your head from side to side. And slowly bending both knees. And drawing the knees in towards your chest here for a moment. And rolling over onto one side of your choice. Bring your hands right underneath your head. Make a soft pillow here and pause here for a moment in your fetal position. Remember, although this signifies the ending of our yoga practice here in the present moment, know that your yoga always goes with you off your mat, as it brings about this new awareness, energy, and rebirth in mind, body, and spirit. When you're ready, extend your top leg to the top of your mat. Walk yourselves back up into a seated position of your choice. And one last time, lean with hands at heart center, chin into your chest, and a gentle bow to each and every one of ourselves. Thank you all so much for joining us in this live feed. It's been an honor and pleasure to be in your homes. And the teacher, student, light in me will always honor the teacher, student, light in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much, yogis. I truly appreciate your time for joining us. Join us next Wednesday again at 5:30. Chris will be leading us next week into another Yoga to End Your Day session.